Hey everybody, welcome back to Swift Lessons for another by request song tutorial. In today's session, we're going way back to 1968 for a full breakdown of the rhythm and the lead guitar parts for the Beatles' I Will. Now this is also going to give me an opportunity to show you how you can get a pretty good vocal and guitar sound with just one good microphone. I'm going to be pulling out the SR314 by Earthworks, one of my favorite vocal mics. So we're going to get started with a full demonstration of the tune. You can follow along using my tablature at patreon.com/swiftlessons. Support the channel there and gain access to a ton of extra resources for all my popular YouTube guitar lessons. Now, let's get started.
1, 2, 3. Who knows how long I've loved you? You know I love you still. Will I wait a lonely lifetime? If you want me to, I will. For if I ever saw you, I didn't catch your name, but it never really mattered. I will always feel the same. Love you forever and forever. Love you with all my heart. Love you whenever we're together. Love you when we're apart. And when at last I find you, your song will fill the air. Sing it loud so I can hear you. Make it easy to be near you. For the things you do endear you to me. Oh, you know I will. I will. Do 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 do.
Okay, a close look at the fretboard, getting started with our verse section. We're in standard tuning, the key of E major. But bear in mind, the original recording, that definitive recording, is in the key of F. And you can achieve that by just putting a capo here on the first fret. But for ease of play, I'm going to be showing it to you today in the key of E. Let's take this line by line and get that rhythm down. We're getting started with an E major chord for line number 1. Who knows how long I've loved you. Okay, so 2 beats each. We have the E major chord. All right, followed by a C sharp minor bar chord. Bar in the 4th fret. We've got the 6th fret of the D, G, and the 5th fret of the B string. Thumb nice and low. Okay, we have that for 2 beats before moving to the F sharp minor chord. Bar in the 2nd fret, grabbing the 4th fret A string, 4th fret D string. And then from there, a simple garden variety B7 chord shape. Put those 4 chords together and we've got who knows how long I've loved you. All right, for strumming, we're just going to do a simple 8th note pattern. Down, up, 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 down, up. Okay, now moving on to line number 2, we're gonna have the E to a C sharp minor. All right, then we're gonna switch gears. We're gonna go up to the 3 chord in the key of E, G sharp minor. Okay, it sounds like this. A beautiful chord change. Bar in the 4th fret, E string to high E string. We've got the 6th fret of the A string and also the D string. All right, we're gonna strum that for 2 beats as well. 1 and 2 and. Now you put lines 1 and 2 together and we have E major. Who knows how long I've loved you. Down, up, E. C sharp minor, still. All right, then moving on to line number 3. This is where it gets interesting. We're gonna throw together an E7 chord shape. Okay, this is just a C7 chord moved up to the key of E. So we've got frets, A string, 7th fret, D string 6th fret, the G string 7th fret, and also the 5th fret of the B string. That's an E note, which means that if you play the high E string open, that's gonna sound fine, even the low E string, if you want something more robust. Okay, from there, we're going to an A major chord. All right, I'm gonna be using this kind of F shape transposed. I've got the 7th fret A, 7th fret D, 6th fret G, and then barring with my index finger over the 5th frets of the B string and the high E string. Okay, so we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I'm gonna take this up a whole step for a B major chord. All right, and then I'm gonna go to C sharp minor before going back to the E7. All right, you put that line together and we have I will wait a lonely lifetime. Okay, now putting lines 1, 2, and 3 together, we have E, C sharp minor, F sharp minor, B7, E, C sharp minor, G sharp minor, E7, A, B, C sharp minor, E7. All right, then finishing up line number 4, it's more of the same. Go back to the A chord, the B chord, and then reprise line number 1. You want me to, I will. All right, now right here, reprising that first line, we have some very cool distinctive lead lines. Let's break that down. Okay, breaking down the lead line for the first verse. Again, it's gonna sound like this, real slow. Okay, so we're starting off open high E, 2nd fret B, 1st fret of the G. All right, from there, the open high E again, followed by the 2nd fret B, open B, and then a hammer on, 0 to 1 on the G string to finish that first measure. You put that together and we've got one more time, get it into your ear. 0, 2, 1, 0, 2, 0, 0, 1 with the hammer. Okay, then it's kind of like a call and response. The second measure is going to be just a little bit different. It sounds like this. Okay, a lot of people miss that 2nd fret of the G string. So we're playing 0, 2, 2. Okay, because right now we're playing over top of the F sharp minor chord and those two notes are inside the chord. So 0, 2, 2. All right, followed by the same thing we played in the first measure. 0, 2, 0 on the B, and then a hammer on the G string, open to the 1st fret. Okay, put all that together and we have that very distinctive, iconic lead line. Okay, very well done everybody. You have verse number 1 down. Now we're jumping into verse number 2, which is basically just going to be repetition with a slight difference at the end. So let's practice the changes that you've already learned and play along. A 1, 2, for if I ever saw you B7, I didn't catch your name. It's all the same. E7, A major, never really mattered. E7 again, I will always feel. And here's where it's different. In E to E7, 2 beats each. Okay, so the tension brought forth by this E dominant 7 chord is what's needed to transition us into the chorus section. But over top of this chord change, the lead line's going to respond to it with a very cool variation. It's going to look and sound like this, real slow. All right, one more time, get it into your ear. Okay, so over the E chord, he's actually holding a little bit of the chord, the first fret of the G string. You're gonna pluck open E, open B, first fret G, then as the E7 chord comes in, he's gonna highlight the dominant 7 of that chord and play 3 on the B, down to 2, open B, and then that same little hammer-on trick on the G string. You put that together and we have. Alright, at that point, the rhythm's gonna change up to an A major chord, the 4 chord in the key of E, to start the chorus. Okay, tremendous work everybody. We have verse 1 and verse 2, both the rhythm and the lead parts. Now we're jumping into the one and only chorus we have in this tune. Real slow, it's gonna sound like this. See what you can figure out using your ear. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, and love you forever and forever. Love you with all my heart. E7, love you whenever we're together. Love you when we're apart. Okay, taking a look at line number 1, we're gonna start with an A major bar chord shape. Now, if you'd like, you can stick with the A major form that we were using previously, but for this part, I like to use the full barred option. So barring the 5th fret, I've got 7th fret A, 7th fret D, and the 6th fret of the G string. Thumb nice and low, elbows in, and pulling back for a little extra pressure. Okay, we're gonna have that for 2 beats, 1 and 2 and. All right, then move down a half step for G sharp minor, 1 and 2 and then move on to the C sharp minor, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, put that line together and we have love you forever and forever. All right, then on to line number 2, F sharp minor, 1 and 2 and. The B7, this is all familiar, 1 and 2 and. Then repeating that E to E7 chord change, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, you put lines 1 and 2 together and we have love you forever and forever. F sharp minor, love you with all my heart. E, E7. Alright, then repeat line number 1, same chords, love you whenever we're together. Alright, then finally, it's gonna change up here for line number 4. We're switching to an F sharp dominant 7 chord, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I'm barring the 2nd fret, E to E. I've got the 4th fret of the A string and the 3rd fret of the G string. Alright, then I'm gonna switch to the B dominant 7 chord, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and to complete the chorus as the bass walks us back down for verse number 3. Okay, so let's put that entire chorus together now, see if you can play along. 1, 2, 3, 4, and love you forever and forever. F sharp minor, love you with all my E, E7, A major, love you whenever we're together. F sharp 7, and to the B7. Okay, now, over top of that chorus section is a beautiful lead guitar line. It's gonna look and sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Let's break that down. Okay, breaking that down, we're starting off just following the chord progression. Playing an A note on the 2nd fret of the G string, going down the G sharp. Alright, from there, following the C sharp minor, we're going to play C sharp on the 2nd fret of the B string, and then go up to the 4th fret, and then the 5th fret. So far you have. Alright, then moving into another measure, we're going to play the 2nd fret of the G string, followed by the open B. Okay, as the B7 chord comes in. Alright, then we're going to reprise a familiar lick. Alright, you know how to play that. 0, 0. 1st fret G. And then the B string. 3, 2, 0. Hammer on the G string. Okay, if you're following along using your tab, that's one line of tablature. Following the A to G sharp change, to C sharp, F sharp minor, B, and E. Alright, then moving on to the next line, it's going to be more of the same. A, G sharp, C sharp minor. Alright, then as the F sharp 7 chord comes in, we need to respond to it. So the lead line is going to follow by going to the major third of the F sharp dominant 7 chord. Alright, and then go into the root. So that's 3rd fret of the G string, and then to the 2nd fret high E. Now, as the B7 chord comes in for a measure, we're going to have this classic descending line. Okay, so we're sliding up to the 8th fret of the G string, grabbing 7 on the high E, bringing that down one whole step. Alright, plucking the G string and high E string again. Notice how I'm using hybrid picking. So, alright, then we're going to do the same thing with 4 and 4. Then down to the 2nd fret, alternating. Alright, and then we're going to do a double stop, G string 1st fret, with the open high E string. You put all that together and we have. And then, just in time for the E major chord to come in for verse number 3. You put all that together and we have, let's see if you can play along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 4, 5, 2, oh, lick. 2, 1, 2, 4, 5, 3, 2. Okay, excellent work today, everybody. Now we're jumping into our 4th and final section, verse number 3. Now this is going to be mostly review, but we are throwing in some very cool variations to the chord progression and also the strumming technique. So I'm just going to play through the verse and point out these differences as we reach them. Getting started with line number 1, it's going to be verbatim. And when at last I find you, line 2's the same, your song will fill the air. Now line 3 is going to be a little different. Sing it loud so I can hear you. Okay, so when we reach the C sharp minor chord, we're just going to strum it once instead of holding it out for a measure. So strum it once, then we're going to grab an A minor partial, 3rd fret A string, 2nd fret G string, take that exact same shape, bring it down 1/2 step. That's an E7 chord now. We could throw in some extra strums. Okay, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, put that line together and we have sing it loud so I can hear you. We're going to repeat that again for the next line. Easy to be near you. Alright, then on to the next line, we're going to throw in another variation, but it's going to be mostly the same. For the things you do endear you to me. Throwing in this beautiful chord change, a B flat diminished chord. Okay, so that's first fret A string, second fret of the D string, open G, second fret B, and the open high E string. B flat diminished. Okay, you put that line together and we have, for the things you do endear you to me. That gets you to the final line, an F sharp minor to B7 change. Oh, you know I. Then from there, a sneak attack C/G chord for 2 measures. Will. Okay, I've got the 3rd fret of the low E string, 3rd fret A string, 2nd fret D string, open G, 1st fret of the B string, and the open high E string. Strumming 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Treat the E major chord the same way. Will. Alright, from there, the outro. An instrumental outro that's basically just reprising the chorus section. Do 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 do, C sharp minor. Full measure there. Then the F sharp minor, B dominant 7. And then to close up shop, a beautiful jazz chord, an E major 7 chord variety. So I've got the low E string, my index finger is barring across the A string, 2nd fret, D string, 2nd fret. Alright, then with my ring finger, I'm holding down the G string, B string, and high E string, 4th frets. Strumming all 6 strings, the perfect way to end this tune. Okay, now there's one last thing that we need to learn, just a little bit of lead guitar work that's gonna come in, beginning on this very momentous C/G chord. Okay, this last lick is gonna sound like this. Alright, and then from there, we're gonna reprise what we played for the chorus with a slight variation. Okay, so over that C major chord, I'm playing 0-3-1, 0-3-1, 0. A closer look, the open high E string got us started. 3-1 on the B string, open high E, 3-1 again, and then the open G string to complete the measure. Notice how my index finger stayed put on that B string 1st fret. All right, we're gonna repeat that lick again. All right, then for the E major chord, 2 measures we're gonna play. Okay, so that first lick was O-2-O-O-2-O, hammer. All right, there we are, hammering onto that G string 1st fret from the open string. Okay, then in the 2nd measure there, we're gonna play something very similar, but we're gonna highlight the E7 chord. Okay, so we're gonna play O-2-O-O, 3 on the B, down to 2, and then the open B string. Okay, you put those 2 measures together for E major and we have. Alright, and putting the C and E major chords together, it should sound like this. Oh, you just caught me. I just did a pull off, which I think sounds really cool, and that's definitely an option. But without the pull off, repeat. E major. Alright, that'll get us to the outro, where we're gonna play the same thing that we played in the chorus with just a slight little variation for my approach. The C sharp minor comes in. Alright, then we're gonna complete the entire tune by playing 2 2 on the G string, 4 on the D string, and then 1 on the G string, which, as you know, is inside of an E major chord. So it's gonna sound great when that outro E major 7 chord comes into play. Okay, so ending the tune, the A major chord, G sharp minor, C sharp minor, 4, 5, and then to 2, 4, 1. All right, very good everybody. If you can do that, then congratulations, you're ready to perform. All right, friends, thanks so much for checking out this Beatles guitar lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. As always, big thanks to my supporters at patreon.com/swiftlessons. Hope you're enjoying all those extra resources. And thanks to you guys, I got many more lessons coming up, so keep checking in. Please subscribe, please share. This is Rob at Swift Guitar Lessons in Philadelphia, saying happy picking.